Well, welcome aboard the temporary grounded 737 simulator cockpit today. We are back where we left off in the last video at San Francisco International Airport, KSFO, and today we're going to do a fairly short flight to Fresno Airport to check out the new Orbx Fresno Airport scenery, or the airport itself. Fairly short flight. Cruise altitude of 17,000 feet. The plane is almost ready to go. Let's just get the passengers boarding. So while they're boarding, we can do our startup checklist. So oxygen is tested 100%. Navigation, transfer and display switches are normal and auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is on auto. Flight instruments heading 284. Altimeter, let's just get the ATIS.
San Francisco INTL information Lima. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, 2.5. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runways 28 left, 28 right. Departing runways 28 left, 28 right, 01 right, 01 left. Advise on initial contact you have Lima.
Alright, we have Lima and the altimeter is set to 29902. Parking brake is set. Engine start levers cut off. Alright, I think we are ready to close up. Anti-collision light is on. Okay, before start checklist. Put the auto brake to RTO.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding doors are closed. Flight attendants and operators for departure. Cross check, clear price jobs, stand by for all calls.
Okay, this fuel pumps can come on, and we'll start up the APU. Thank you. Okay, so while the APU is starting, let's do our before start checklist. Flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel, we required 13.5 today, and 13.5 is loaded. Passenger signs, safety belt signs are now on. Windows are closed and locked both sides. MCP V2 147, and that checks. Heading, initial heading is runway heading 284, and altitude we are going to set to 10,000 today. Takeoff speeds V1 137, VR 138, V2 147. CDU pre-flight is completed. Rudder and aileron trims are 3 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing is completed. Anti-collision lights are on. We'll set our flight altitude pressurization to 17,000, and our landing altitude at KFAT will be 400 feet. Okay, I think we are good to go. Let's call for pushback.
Around the cockpit, tow is driving up.
And here comes the tug.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, go ahead and connect, and let's just brief the departure. So we're at gate 58A. We're going to be taking off from runway 28 right. After pushback, we will We've been cleared for taxiway Foxtrot. We will follow Foxtrot, crossing runways 19 right and 19 left, both of which we've been cleared to cross. We will follow Foxtrot to the end, cross runway 28 left, hold short runway 28 right. From there, we're going to depart on the Whistler 4.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brakes off. We're going to depart on the
Starting pushback.
The
And
west.
you may start engine.
Thank you. The Whistler 4 RNAV departure. So I'll put the APUs online. After departure, we will climb to 520 feet to Whistler, maximum 230 knots and above 2,000 feet, and those check with the CDU. Make a left turn to Port or Porte. From Porte, we're bearing 112 to YouTube. Check. And from YouTube, we're going to head for Intel, I guess. And from there, we will carry on to KFAT. Climb heading 284 to 520, then direct to cross Whistler at or above 2,000, then left turn direct to Porte. From Porte, on transition, maintain 3,000, expect filed altitude 10 minutes after departure. Okay. Let's start engine 2, then engine 1. Packs can come off. We have good duct pressure, starting 2. And we're looking for 25% N2. Oil pressure's coming up on 2. %, fuel's on. Then 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Starter cutout. Start valve is closed. And that's a good start on 2, starting 1. Is in 2. And as 25% fuel is on. Is in 1. Pressure's coming up.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thank you. Starter cut out. And we have a good start on 1 as well. Okay, engine generators are on the bus, packs are on, isolation valve auto, APU bleed can come off, APU can come off. Engine starters on continuous. Set flaps to 5, and flaps are in transition. We will select the system page of the lower MFD. And flaps are set to 5, green lights, control check, left center, right center, forward center, back center, rudders, left center, right center. Okay, controls check out. Good. Alright, before taxi checklist, generators are on, ProPeat is on, anti-ice not required, isolation valves, auto engine start switches are continuous, recall is checked and clear both sides, auto brake is set to RTO, flaps 5, green lights, engine start levers, idle detent, flight controls are checked, and ground equipment is clear. Alright, we are good for taxi. The taxi lights can come on and parking brakes off. So we're going to taxi straight ahead, make a right, Nice sunny, clear day here in San Francisco. It's pretty warm. This is Mr. 6X's San Francisco scenery. Today we'll be flying over Orbx, NorCal, truer scenery, and Fresno Airport is a new offering from Orbx as well. Alright, clear left, clear right. Make a right turn here. And Foxtrot straight ahead. To runway 19 right, which you've been cleared to cross, and then across 19 left, which you've also been cleared to cross. We'll put our lights on for visibility as we cross, and strobes. And we'll clear right and we'll clear left. And we are cleared to cross 19 left as well. And we'll clear left and we'll clear right. Come off and go back to steady. And we're going to make a slight right here to stay on Foxtrot. Cabin crew into their seats.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to make a left at the end here. We are cleared to cross runway 29 left, hold short of runway 29 right. On as we cross 29 left here, we'll clear right and we'll clear left. And here we come to 28 right, where we will hold short. Okay, we can arm auto throttle. TCAS can come to TARA. Before takeoff checklist, we have trim 4.75 units required and 4.7 is set. Flaps 5 is required and flap 5 is set. Green light. Okay, American 552 holding short, runway 28 right, ready for departure. Okay, we're cleared for takeoff, runway 28 right. And we can put the strobes to steady, steady and strobe. And lights can come on. Runway takes runway turn off lights on. We're going to arm LNAV. Runway 28 right. Okay, we're good for depart. Forward pressure on the yoke, 40%. Engine stable. Takeoff thrust, toga. Takeoff thrust is set. Airspeed is alive both sides. Check. Gear up. VNAV. Check. And flaps 1. Flaps up. We'll start our left turn in a minute. Alright, got left turn. And we can do command A. fast there, but we're coming back to 250 knots. Alright, and we're clear to our cruise altitude today of flight of 17,000 feet. And those engine starters can come off. And our lights can come off. Okay, we're at 10,000 until port. And we can accelerate now to our cruise speed, 292 knots, and climb to our cruise altitude today of 17,000 feet. Okay, after takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing gear is up and off, flaps up, no lights, and the altimeter will not be set to standard today as we're not going to a transition level of flight level 180. And I think we can release the crew. We're now on our way to Fresno, California.
As you go.
Check. And I think we can put the safety belt signs can come off. So I think hopefully my next flight will probably going to be to LAX, and hoping it will be my first flight using VATSIM. And for those that don't know what VATSIM is, it's a live air traffic control service with real people providing air traffic control. So it'll be my first time flying on it. I have done some flights on Pilot Edge, which is another service. So it should be interesting. Hopefully you think so too. Alright, so we're at our cruise altitude, 7,000. We've got 186 nautical miles to our top of descent, and we can start preparing for that. So let's have a look at, let's first put in our descent forecasted winds. So we go to the descent page, select forecast, and we're going to just put in 15,000 and 10,000 and 15,000. The winds are forecast 156 at 10 knots. So enter that, and 10,000 is 211 at 5 knots. At 5 knots, enter that and execute. Okay, so we're going to be doing the runway 29 right RNAV arrival. Let's just bring that up. So we will join that at Alta on a course of 293 degrees to Sango. We will be at 2,600 feet from Sango to Story, where we will pick up the glide slope, and from there down to runway 28 right. Our final approach course will be 293, which is set both sides. The minimums are going to be 533 feet, so let's set that. The MSA is 7,800 feet, and the missed approach is to climb to 2,000 direct to Mauler and hold there. Alright, so let's just put in 533 feet in the decision altitude. So 533, that is set. Okay, let's just confirm the airport altitude. The airport altitude is 336 feet, and we have 400 feet set on the pressurization selector. We're going to be landing in runway 29 right, which is just over 9,500 feet long. For that we will use auto brake 3, which should get us to either taxiway Bravo, Bravo 10, or if not we will go to the end to Bravo 12. We're going to be going left to the passenger terminal, so we'll set that to 3. Okay, so I think we're good there. So today I'm using Cloud Art 3. Not that you can really see any clouds. It's a pretty typical California day, or certainly Southern California day, although we're not down there yet. Not a cloud in sight. Scenery is, as I mentioned earlier, Orbx, Northern California, true earth scenery. Today we're going to be doing a flaps 30, and the VREF is probably going to be around about 144, so we'll put that in, but confirm it when we get a bit nearer. We'll put in a couple of fixed circles around runway 29 right as the fix, so but on the fixed page we'll put in runway 29 right into that as the fix, and we'll put a circle at a distance of 10 miles from that fix and 5 miles. By 10 miles I want to be probably around about flaps 5, and before we get to the 5 mile ring I want to be fully configured to start our final approach. Alright, we'll go back to the progress page. We have 152 nautical miles before we start our top of descent. We should be arriving in Fresno Airport in about 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes. I think we are due to go to gate 17 when we arrive there, and it will be a short taxi. It's a pretty small compact airport. There is a I think it's a National Guard Air Force there. Let's just have a look at the airport. Yeah, there's a National Guard ramp off to the right hand side with I think there's some F-16s there. There's also a lot of general aviation parking and some air cargo, and also the US Forestry Service has I'm guessing some helicopters there. also the Air National Guard have a bunch of hangars as well. Off to our left here is the San Luis Reservoir, if you can see that. On my tablet I'm using ForeFlight today for moving map and also for the charts. So my last video I left fairly long, and judging by the number of views I'm not sure many people actually stayed for the whole thing, so I'll probably go back to editing the videos down to 30 or 35 minutes, but give me a feedback. What do you think on that? Leave your ideas, suggestions in the comments. Down here, this is Fresno, the city itself. And we have 76 miles before we start our descent. Mountains and the desert. And the moon. It's like a dried riverbed down there. guess this is Fresno. Start of descent. Descent checklist. Pressurization, landing altitude is set. Recall. Checked and cleared both sides. Auto brake is set to 3. Landing data. Let's just check this. VREF is 146. Minimums are 533. Approach briefing is complete. Speed brake here. And flaps 1 to help us slow down. Approach checklist, altimeter, let's just check that.
Fresno Air Terminal information November 2200 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility 10. Sky clear,
On the approach.
temperature 14, dew point 5. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runway 29 right, departing runway 29 right. Advise on initial contact you have November.
Alright, we have November and the altimeter is set. Glide path is acquired. Flaps 5. Match the speed. We can arm the speed brake. Auto brake is set to 3. Gear down. Flaps 10. And flaps 15. A bit high on the high slope.
2500.
Check. Right, landing this, flaps 30, VREF +5. Engine start switches are continuous. Speed brake is arm. Landing gear down and green. Flaps 30, green lights. Check.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Up, speed brake, two brakes are off. Okay, and here's Bravo 10. We'll make out left here. And we are cleared to cross runway 29 left. Clear right, clear left. Lights on for visibility. And those can come off. Flight directors can come off, weather radar can come off, terrain radar come off, and we're going to make a left here. Setting the MCP. Gate 17, I believe, is ours today. The starter's going to come off. And we'll start the APU. Make a right here. The runway turn-off lights can come off. Is available and is online, and there is gate 17. And taxi light can come off. There's our marshaller. Bit of an awkward angle getting in here. We've got these here to guide us. And there we are. Okay, parking brake is on, APU is online, engines are off, safety belt light can come off. Set the hydraulics, pillow heat can come off. Alright, anti-collision light is off. And the jet bridge is in motion. And it's a GPU here, so get that connected. Alright, GPU is available, online, APU can come off, fuel pumps can come off, lights can come off, off. Alright. And there we are. Hope you enjoyed that flight, short flight as it was today. Remember, if you did enjoy it and would like to watch future videos, please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and remember to click on the notification button, and also if you enjoyed the video, it's really helpful to me if you can give it a thumbs up as well. Anyway, until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.